Tech Syndicate been stalking me? Like, literally today. Cheeky bastards.
What? How you all doing? Actually, a lot of places have been recommending people buy older machines for a wee while. Well, at least laptop wise. Now, a lot of places are recommending people buy older laptops rather than buying newer low end laptops. Because what you find is, and if this isn't obvious, I'm really sorry. I don't know what rock you've been living under, but the higher end drops in price, but is still way more powerful than anything you can buy on the current low end. So if you buy, as shown in that video, a Lenovo T440p, the P is important because that's performance. Because if you buy the regular 2400, you can't upgrade the processor, but for the same price as you would basically spend on a Chromebook, a new Chromebook, you can buy a Lenovo T440p or like my T430 and then upgrade the processor, upgrade the screen, all that kind of stuff. So I think a reasonable Chromebook is about £250. You can buy a battered up T440 or a pretty decent condition T430 for like £130. Processor, you're talking about between £50 and £100, and a Chromebook couldn't even come close to doing anything that the even a stock T440 or T430 can do. In my opinion, they're still a way better deal. I just think it's kind of neat that more people are recommending that stuff. I still recommend people buy old business hardware for their PCs, like a small form factor business PC. You can get 4th gens now, Intel 4th gen processors. Mine's an Intel 2nd gen i5 processor. You can now go, if you're lucky, between a 4 and a 6th gen for around £100 to £200. Now, if you were to go out and buy a bare bones PC, and I mention this because I've just been talking to DeWald about it, he's looking into grabbing a cheap build with a Ryzen 5 2400G in it, which is a great processor, but it's a very low-end Ryzen processor. My Intel Core i5 that's in my 2nd gen machine right now comes close to that in benches. If you buy a 6th gen for say £200, right, that chip, the 6th gen chip, for £200 in one of those second-hand rigs, will keep up with a Ryzen, what was it, the 2600 and the 2700X. Well, those are pretty fucking good processors, but they cost a fair whack of cash. Don't do that. Just go and buy a second-hand business PC. I mean, if it's a PC, there's not a whole hell of a lot they can do to it that you can't fix. If it's a laptop, if it's a business machine, chances are parts are going to be really fucking cheap. So, gravy. I am actually tempted by the T440. Maybe next year. Maybe as the 18-month challenge is coming to an end. Upgrades on that. How to open it up. 2 screws. My T430, like 7 or 8. It's a lot easier to upgrade a T440p than it is to upgrade my T430. But again, all of my accessories that I currently own, T430. So T430, X230 and lower. So I tried my dock on the X240, won't fit. So upgrading would be a bit of a kick in the bollocks to me. However, I did find something today in another venture in the loft. It's not the external graphics card setup. It's this. I lost this a while back. It's an adapter for old Lenovo power supplies. So like the ones that I use for my T430, X201, that kind of stuff. So from the 1st gen, X200, T400, 201, 220, 240, Or 240? No. Whatever. Every generation before the 40 series. So the hundreds, the tens, the 20s, the 30s all use this barrel jack. The 40s and onwards use this square plug. So I could at least use all my power supplies, I guess. My 90-watt power supplies. Connect the barrel jack up. That'll go straight into the... I actually used to use this on my X240 so that I didn't have to carry around like the X240 power supply that I've got, because I could only use that on the X240, whereas if I carry around the 90-watt power supply for my T430, I could use it in a dock, I could use it in the battery charger, I could use it on the laptop, I could use it on the 240 if I use this, you know. So, options. Time to go and fetch the wifey. What a dick! Yeah. Stop here for some light, and it's gone, look. Oh boy. Hi there.
Hi. The yellow really contrasts with the red.
It's like, look, there she is. You can see her in the dark. I'm really sorry, I'm really pissed off by that. Look. Street lamp. Turned off just as we stop. Should we go home now?
Yeah. Thank you for getting me from work.
It's all good, it's fun.
Oh, it's come back on.
Ta-da! As if by magic.
Like, we're going now? Right, turn back on.
Fuck! To home.
To home.
We made it home.
No bicycle accidents for us. Work.
Yeah, skill. It's, you know what I've decided, Inky? I don't want to talk to people anymore about stuff.
And life.
Life I'm not too fussed about, but stuff I'm a bit aggro. I'm tired of it. So, okay. I spend a lot of my time talking to my friends about things, trinkets, knickknacks.
Things like that.
Yeah, and a lot of my friends know that I don't care much for it. Now, admittedly, I do it here in the vlog. I'm like, hey, look, I've just been given a phone for my birthday. Or, hey, look, my laptop's broken and I've replaced it with something that's about 10 million years old and it's good enough. But with
spicy fuck off hot.
Oh, cool. With that does just look pretty spicy.
Right, I'm just gonna. Ooh.
That's got quite a kick to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You're allergic to spice as well.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
I'm tired of talking to people about like, hey look, new phone. Or like new phones. Hey look, new PCs. Hey look, new processors. Hey look, new this, new that. I don't care. It's starting to sound like sometimes, because I understand a lot of my friends are bored, right? And they don't really have a lot going on in their life. Kind of like how I don't have a lot going on in mine. But it just, a lot of the time it just sounds like fucking prick waving.
Yeah, it is.
It really does. Like, oh yeah, man, I just gone and got like new such and such, and it's fucking rad. It's like, I don't give a fuck. It's got nothing to do with me. That's like talking about crack. Like, you could really enjoy it. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm happy that you're happy that you've
Found
got
crack.
You know, that you've found the thing that you really like, but I don't really care.
I'm glad you found crack.
You know, even if it's something that I have remote interest in, I spend a lot of time talking to my friends, or I should say listening to my friends as they talk to me about things they really like. And at one point I even went out and got a new laptop, didn't I? And then look what happened. It died. It failed. If it's not going to benefit me in the slightest, I don't really care. If you're happy with it, great. Good job. If, and I'm sure I do, it turns out that I'm talking too much about stuff and shit in these vlogs with no real reason, it's got to stop. Okay? It's not about trying to encourage people to buy things. I also found, like, in a lot of cases that my friends will call me, talk to me, ask me for buying advice, speak to me for ages about something, and then go completely against what I said, only to tell other people that I said something else.
Yeah, and said that's the reason to why they're buying shit.
Yeah, the thing that they bought was something I recommended, which when it wasn't, and that really annoys me a lot.
Different ball game altogether.
So I'm going to try and talk less about stuff. I don't mind talking about, look. So, like, the T430, I bought it for spares. The example is that the Strix is broken and it's cheaper to buy that than repair the Strix. Maybe talk about stuff when it becomes part of a project, but otherwise just, no. Because for the longest time, I wasn't mentioning the T430 or the Strix by name. It was just, I've been working on the laptop and doing bits and bobs and blah, blah, blah. That's how it should be. But, I don't know, I'll mention the Strix when we get it repaired. I'll mention the T430 when I'm, say, upgrading a screen or whatever and kind of talk about the process of doing that. But if it doesn't benefit me or benefit anyone else, I'm probably not going to mention it. I'm going to try to mention it less. I don't like talking about, hey, yeah, we're going to go out and buy new cameras or new this or new that. It's just...
The only reason why I got a new phone was because my one went through the washing machine.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I got this phone is because mine was dead and people getting pissed off of having trouble contacting me. Mum decided, when she found out she could get hold of a phone that I was interested in locally, she grabbed it. I got the Strix because I wanted to be able to play and stream and edit all on one machine rather than a multi-machine setup, so I could literally go
and to
out.
Be fair, I didn't have a choice in what phone I got because it was
No.
an insurance job.
And I get that. And that didn't work out, and so now I'm back on a two-machine setup and stuff. But it's just, I don't know, Mate, seriously. Like, if Abraxas comes up to me and says, oh yeah man, Skaz is great, I've been playing games and we just got a new telly and it looks amazing. Okay, fine. Abraxas isn't one of the people who's, been doing this recently, but like, if someone's going to say something like a bit, fine. But if I get this content, like if I get this commentary like 3 days straight, it's like, yeah, I know. You were interested in something, you've got it, stop going on about it. Please, we've already had this discussion. I think that's my problem. We've had this discussion before. I'm not interested in things. So just stop. Please. But that
I'm
might...
interested in food though.
Oh, I love food. I absolutely fucking love food. Look, don't get me wrong, I don't mind when people do talk to me about things. I know that, like, I'm just going to contradict myself, but...
But just not every day about the same fucking thing, okay?
Yeah, basically. Just, look,
just put it out there.
you've got money and you're going to spend it. You don't have to tell me that you're going to spend it.
You don't have to justify it to us because
Yeah.
we don't care.
Like, well, that is, I think, part of the problem. I have a lot of people justifying to me that they're spending their money. It's like, but that's not my fucking problem. It's not my problem.
We're here trying to save money.
If you're going to go out and buy a telly or a car or something, just do it. Like, just don't talk to me about it. Don't talk to me, because a lot of people do that. Oh, yeah, well, I'm thinking of doing blah, 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 and this and that. Dwall did it this afternoon.
We're
Talking to me about buying a new PC. And I'm like, Dwall, mate, just buy what you want. Buy what you want.
We're not really consumer whores, are we?
No, I don't care for it. Well, because, okay, so DeWald's laptop's playing up like mine is, and he's basically going to do what I recommended he do last year or the year before or whenever it was. Buy a cheap as fuck PC and then work with that. Like, put a decent graphics card in it and work with it. Instead, he bought a laptop and then told people I recommended he buy a laptop, which I didn't. But then, now, because of the faults with his computer, he's going to go out and buy, potentially, a small tower so that he can have a games room like we do. And it's not just DeWalt that does this, by the way. It isn't just DeWalt. There's quite a few people that do it. But now he sent me a link to a small gaming tower, and it's got like a Ryzen 2400G in it and all this, and I said, oh, that's cool and all, you know, for like £300-400 or whatever it was. But you're gonna have to put in a proper graphics card in it, because by default it's going to be lower end than what I've got now. Because what I've got now is a £250 X-Business PC, or it's an X-Business PC for £100 and a £150 graphics card. I said, the machine you've just shown me for that price is less powerful than what you can buy off of a seller on eBay. But it's like, yeah, but it's got a great upgrade path. I was like, that's obvious, yes, but you don't, like...
Don't need it straight away,
No,
do you?
well, no, but like, he doesn't have to talk to me about it. Why is he showing me that he wants to buy this stuff? He knows what my recommendations are. I don't need to see it. Like, is it an okay machine? Does it have great upgradability? Yes. Do I need to see it? No. Do I give a shit if he buys a new gaming PC? No. Is it interesting to me in the slightest that he's going to be playing PC games? No. But like I say, some of my friends just want something to talk about. Stop, please. And if I do it to you, please tell me, because it fucking aggroes me. Anyways, Inky and I are about to have a bite to eat. I've got some spicy... What are these? Because they're fucking orange as hell.
They're spicy Singapore noodles.
Spicy Singapore noodles, and we're going to watch an anime about food. That is supposed to be orange. Quite orange, I think.
It's extremely orange.
That's... yeah. So if I die... and we're going to be watching... I can't even pronounce that. Is it Kakurio? Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. It's a good show. It's about food. I like food. So,
Okay.
we're gonna eat and go to bed, yeah? And rant over. I know that rant didn't make much sense. I'm just trying to bitch for the fun of it. Bit your lip?
No, my teeth.
Oh, good job. Yeah. Buy what you want. Don't justify it to me because I don't care. If you already know what it's going to do for you, great. You don't need to convince me to convince you to get what you want. Just do it. So I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck tomorrow.